everybody, this is just sort of a catch-up episode. I've got a lot of things to catch up on, especially viewer mail. I've got a bunch of viewer mail that's been accumulating that I wanted to share with you. I've got a couple of other things to go over, so there's not going to be any woodworking in this episode. But if you're okay with that, I'm okay with that. First of all, I got this really cute turned snowman from Ron Vieck, and I remember Ron from years ago. He was probably one of the earliest viewers of Woodworking for Mere Mortals, and it's just so cool to see that he's still watching the show. He says he watches or he listens to the Chad and Steve have a podcast also. That's really cool because I remember he sent me some wood cutoffs a long time ago, and I used those in projects. This probably goes back to 2010 or maybe even earlier on my channel. So thanks for that, Ron. It was really great to hear from you. It's great to see that you're still watching the show. I've had a number of people over the years send me these kinds of coins. These are military coins, I guess, and they just send them out to people who they want to thank for various things. And this one is from Liam, who wanted to thank me for my woodworking show, and he sent me this. Is from the USS Essex that he served aboard, and it's got this on the back. But I like these things. They're like heavy. They're surprisingly heavy. So thanks a lot, Liam. Oh, and I wanted to share this. This is a handwritten thank you note from Wade, who is a senior in high school in Nebraska. And he interviewed me for a class of his a month or so ago. And it was a lot of fun asking me questions about woodworking and whatnot. And then he sends me an actual factual handwritten thank you note. These kids today, am I right? I got a note from Jace, who sent me some more stickers because she noticed I stuck one of her stickers up on my cupboard over there. But she designs these herself, and they're just art stickers. They're really cool. And plus, she says on here, Cobra and Bubbles are way too adorable. I always enjoy seeing the videos with them in it. Hey, welcome back for all of you who made it through the Cobra and Bubbles stuff. And I got a note from Nick Dakins, who sent me a bunch of stuff from Michigan, I believe. Yeah, it's northern Michigan. I was up in northern Michigan once. I went camping up there. Well, actually, we went northern Michigan up to the Upper Peninsula. You know, it's that weird part of Michigan up there. And then, so we went camping all the way around Lake Michigan, long time ago. But he sent me some pictures of some things that he's made, pictures and really cool stuff. And plus, look. They've got a cat too. So this is some stuff that he sent me, was these stones. These are Petoskey stones. These are native to northern Michigan, and they're like 1 billion years old or something. He actually has it on here. Oh, 350 million years old. It was fossilized coral found in the area. See, you learned something on this show. And then he sent me a polishing kit so I can polish those stones. Who doesn't want polished stones, right? And this is cool. He also sent me a deck of cards from the mystery spot. I didn't know there was another mystery spot because I've got the mystery spot sticker on my door over there from Santa Cruz mystery spot. But it's a really nice old deck from the Michigan mystery spot. It's in St. Ignacio, Michigan. The mystery spot in Santa Cruz exists because of aliens. Actually, that might just be Santa Cruz itself. I got a note from Sam, who says he also enjoys the podcast. Thanks a lot. I'm hearing from more and more people as that podcast is growing. I love doing it. He sent me this sticker of his cat that looks kind of like Cobra, I guess, but his name is Loki the Bear. And that's L-O-Q-U-I, but really it's just low-key because he's just a low-key kind of cat. Chris Rogers has been busy making BMWs. Look at that. His whole shop is filled with my basic mobile workbench and variations on it. See, that's the neat thing about that design, is that you can modify it and use it for whatever you want. It's pretty easy to modify. You can get free plans, by the way, at basicmobileworkbench.com. And I would be remiss if I didn't show you this beautiful artwork by Cecilia. look, whoops. Sorry, Cecilia. She sent me the really cool pictures. Let's see if I can get this here so it's not so blown out. So this is what we have here. There's, look, a Jason mask. She says, thanks for being cool. That's me being cool because I got shades on, it looks like. But wait, this is the best part. She drew a picture of bubbles. And look, there's like bubbles, looks like flying up in the air. And a picture of Cobra. Thank you, Cecilia. I love your artwork. And finally, from down under, I got this from Clint. Clint, who lives in New South Wales, oh, Sydney, Australia, sent me a boomerang. It's an actual boomerang. I haven't tried it. It's like a beautiful boomerang. I'm almost afraid to throw it because I don't want to damage it. But I also have this kind of fear of boomerangs. I'm afraid to catch them. It looks like that would be painful to catch, but I am going to give this a shot because I've never tried throwing a boomerang before. But it comes with a set of instructions that actually tells you how you're supposed to throw a boomerang. So there you go. Good day, mate. Remember when that was a thing back like 6 months ago? We weren't all doing that. I was doing that. Oh, and look, he also made the popsicle bench. Remember the popsicle bench? Those of you who've been around for a long, long time. I had two very common questions about the hall tree project from last week that I just thought I would answer here. The first most common question was, will the door open all the way? Of course it will, because that's the way I designed it so that it would open all the way. And I put a little bitty bumper on the bottom of the door. I didn't want one of those big, ugly round ones. So I think it'll work, you know, and I've got extras. If that one falls off, I'll just get another one. We'll see how that works. Otherwise, at some point, I may have to come up with a different system. I don't know. Then a lot of you asked how I anchored it to the wall, and all I did was I screwed 2 screws inside of the back of the drawer where the drawers go. I put those right into the studs, so when the drawers are in there, you can't see the screws. And then on top of the cabinet, I added 2 little L-shaped brackets. I still want to paint those. I think I'm gonna just paint those white and kind of conceal them. I'm the only one who can really see them. Everybody else is too short around here. But yeah, I think overall that project turned out pretty good. The only thing I'm not sure about is, in retrospect, I might have painted that base trim the same color of gray as the rest of it. The idea was that it would wrap all the way around into the wall, but really there's only this much of that baseboard it's against the wall that shows, so I don't know. Could have gone either way, I guess. It's not bad. I don't mind looking at it that way. Well, that takes care of a lot of stuff. I got this all cleared off. That was where all that mail's been sitting all this time. So maybe I could actually close this thing. This is open almost all the time anymore. So it always just feels, it always looks weird when, when that's closed. Oh, hey, while I'm here, you want a couple of movie recommendations? So I haven't been seeing too many new movies lately because just not a whole lot is coming out, but I really enjoyed Bliss. And this is another Bliss because I've always recommended Bliss from last year, but this is a different movie called Bliss, which is with Owen Wilson and Selma Hayek. It's kind of one of these, are you living in reality or in a computer simulation kind of story, but it's a really kind of different role for Owen Wilson, and I really liked it. It's just kind of one of those movies that you just have to kind of get into, and you have to just kind of get the vibe of it. I really enjoyed News of the World with Tom Hanks. It's a Western where he's a news reader. He goes from town to town just reading newspapers. I thought that was kind of an interesting thing. But he befriends this orphaned little girl and is trying to take her to somebody who can take care of her. I thought it was compelling and emotional. But my absolute favorite movie this year so far, and I think it's probably going to be my favorite movie at the end of the year, is Saint Maud. I've already seen it a few times because I liked it so much. This is a horror movie about a woman who is obsessed with kind of saving the soul of this dying woman. This is the first film of Rose Glass. I can't wait to see what she comes up with next. I love movies like Saint Maud that just create this mood of dread that just carries through the entire film. There is nothing amusing or funny about this film. It's pretty hardcore, and I'll tell you this thing about it. It has probably the single greatest half second ever shot in cinema history, and it is the very last half second of the movie. Oh, that's all I've got for now. Thank you guys for sitting through this video. I'll be back next time with more woodworking.